Well guys, you can see my squash here. You can see I've got some nice squash growing here in the raised bed garden. This is a raised bed that I built here. You can see it's a very simple structure. It just involves some nails and this is oak, rough cut oak, green oak that I used for it, and I just filled it with dirt. So it's a very simple structure. I might have to put new oak and boards in eventually because it's nothing special, but I like to use raised beds for growing potatoes and root vegetables due to the rocky soil out here in the Ozarks. And today I'm going to build a very basic raised bed. It's going to be kind of more of a composting bin, but eventually I'll probably just turn the composting bin right into a raised bed once everything breaks down. So, all right guys, step one of the raised bed here that I'm going to make is I'm just going to cut the Step one, I'm going to cut the boards for it. I would say this one's probably going to be roughly 6 foot. I'm just going to cut these 3 right in the middle. It'll probably be about 18 inches tall. You can add boards if you ever end up wanting to make it taller, but this one will probably be about 18 inches tall. I'll show you exactly what I'm going to do first. I'm just going to cut the boards. Alright guys, so now I've got them boards cut here, and kind of on to the next steps here. I just rough cut them with the chainsaw, quick, easy. I'm not so concerned with the looks and it being perfectly perpendicular, because it's for growing food, it's not for showing off. Anyway, this is actually for production, it's not for beautification. So I'll move on to the next steps here. Alright guys, the next thing that I'm going to do here is I am going to nail these together. You'll be surprised how simple it is to build one of these raised beds. I'm sure there's videos online for hours and hours of making just the most perfect raised bed. This is a very simple thing. You're just making you're basically just building a container to keep dirt in. You know, very simple. So I've got some scrap wood here, and I'm going to use scrap wood for this because I had some scraps laying around. And it's a good way to use some of your scrap lumber you got lying around when you're building these raised beds. It's actually a very good use for scrap lumber. Now, basically, I'm just going to build a, I'm going to start with it right level with the bottom, and I'm going to do that on both sides. I'm going to nail this together and then I'll let you guys know once it's ready here. You don't need to use a million nails for this. It's a very simple thing. If it breaks, it's dirt on the ground. You can just put it back together and shovel it back into your raised bed. Very simple structure. I say it's a simple structure, but you know, I guess that's a little bit, you know, someone that hasn't built something, this may be something something they might be like, well, that's kind of hard. You know, not saying that necessarily. I'm going to use this other one here. Just that one that's a closer to the same length. They're not quite perpendicular perfect, so. I do prefer to use green oak on these a little bit, but it doesn't really matter that much. I'm probably going to mostly grow potatoes and beets in this. I like to grow my potatoes in raised beds just because this soil is a little hard for the tubers to get down into. And I'm just using about 2 nails per board on this. Alright, so that's one side done right there. Basically, you can see on this back side here, I just nailed a board. This is going to help with the corners. You'll see how it comes together in just a few. I'm going to do that same thing for the other side. I'm going to nail one over there, one over here. Doesn't matter if you use a 2x4, 1x4, 1x8, any scrap wood you got really will work. You could even use logs if you wanted on those corners. You could probably build a raised bed just out of logs as well if you really wanted to. But I'll get back. I'm going to build this second one and I'll turn the video back on shortly. Alright, so you guys can see I got the 2 long sides done here. Whenever you're building a raised bed, you don't want to make it too square. You want to be able to water all the way around it and kind of reach all the way across it. So just keep that in mind. But I've got the 2 sides done here. Just wanted to show you guys. You can see I've got the each side has one thing connecting the 3 boards. I guess you'd say one other board, shorter board, connecting the 3 boards to kind of hold them together. Now the next step I'm going to do here is I'm going to chainsaw the ends a little bit just to make them a little more flush. I'm just going to make sure they're a little bit more perpendicular and even. Alright guys, now keep in mind that part there where I'm just kind of making the ends even here is completely optional. If you want to measure your boards and make it perfect ahead of time, more power to you. I just like to do it that way because that's just how I operate. So completely optional, chainsawing and making the ends more perpendicular. You can measure everything however you want. This is just a rough cut method, and I'm putting this together. Probably take me less than 10-20 minutes to build. So all right guys, now I'm going to connect these together, the 2 sides here, using those end pieces I made. That's part of the reason you want to do these corners like this, so that way you have something to nail those end pieces into to connect it all together. Alright, so you can see now I've got the 2 sides connected here. It's pretty straightforward. From here I put 2 nails in here, 2 nails in there. That holds it up. And then I'm going to put one on top all the way up to the top. And I'm going to do that on both sides, so that way it'll be make the square. I'm going to do that here. And like I said, this is a rough cut project. You know, you don't have to make it perfect. You can make it as perfect as you feel you need to. Because obviously I'm out here in the wilderness, I'm not so worried about the beautification of it necessarily. Sometimes I am, sometimes I'm not. This one I'm not so much. I'm more planning to grow potatoes, maybe some beets and things like that in this. That's why I put in the woods here. Trying to kind of make use of some useless land, which is one of my favorite things off-grid, is turning something that's not producing into something that produces. It's kind of one of my favorite things to do, I guess you could say. Alright, so that side's done here, and now this side is a little bit angled, so it's not going to be a perfect square, this one, but that'll work fine. Actually, looking at it, looks good. I think this is going to work nice for growing some potatoes and things. I try to expand on my potato crop just a little bit each year, and hopefully someday I can grow enough to never have to buy them. And you can pretty much use any container for this same thing. You don't have to use wood. I've seen people use tin, sheet metal, things like that. I've seen people use plastic feed tubs. I have a few plastic feed tub raised beds on the side of my building there. It's finished now. You can see we've got a little bit of an angle here, but I'll have to show you guys a picture of the raised bed here filled up. But that's all it is. Basically, it's just a box container to put dirt in. I'll probably, you can see all the leaves on the ground. I'll probably take leaves and stack them up about 6 inches to a foot, and then start throwing rabbit manure on top, and eventually this is going to be good topsoil right here. Look at this guy. I'm playing in the dirt. Look at him. Would you just look at him? Look at him. Would you just look at him? Alright guys, so just figured I'd show you this. I've got some okra, and I've been drying it here on this table, just letting it dry out. Basically, if you get some that basically get too big on the stalk, and you can let them dry out like this, and very simply show you here, they crack right open, and you can save the seeds. You see the seeds in there are black, but they crack right open when they get dried out like this. So if you do get any okra on your plants that get too mature, get a little bit too long, and this is only a day or two too long. They grow fast. You can let them dry out in the sun and save the seed. Now, I've never tried planting the seed yet, so next spring when I plant the seed, I'll let you guys know how it does. But basically, you get quite a bit of seed from these things. I've saved it from a few already. I have a feeling that I'm going to have these okra plants growing all over my yard next year because of how much seeds probably dropped. You always get a couple wild plants growing up in your garden. Like I had some wild tomatoes growing this year. And I'm sure it won't have 100% germination rate. I might actually test out a couple of them this like this week or some and just see how they germinate. Maybe take like 5 or 10 of them and just get an idea. Because I've never saved okra seed before. This is my first year saving okra seed. I've saved squash and tomato, and the tomato didn't do too bad this year, but it's one of those things that I'm new to seed saving, but it's something that if you're going to be sustainable, you kind of need to learn how to do it. And I'm probably going to let these seeds dry out. I think the drier you let the seeds get, probably the better off. But yeah, you can see all the seeds out of the pod there. It gets kind of, it's kind of interesting when it gets dried out like that. But you can see the seeds here. And next spring when I plant them, or maybe I'll let you guys know how the germination rate is on them in my one of my upcoming videos here. So anyway, saving okra seed, very simple. If they get too big, just let them dry out and you can save the seeds, and I'll let you guys know the germination rate. This is experimental, so. Yeah, so we got some okra seeds here in this water here. I'm going to leave them in there for a couple days and we'll see how they germinate. These are the seeds I got from some of the okra pods here. I have a video and some film I took on saving those, so I'll let you guys know in a future video what the germination rate on these seeds I put in here is. Sit, come on, sit. Oh, good boy, good boy. Lay down, lay down. All right, good boy. Hey guys, let's make Bailey famous. Let's make Bailey famous. Like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Mustache Off Grid. Hope y'all have a wonderful day, and God bless. Let's make Bailey famous, guys.